What's up, you guys? It is Brad here, and this weekend in Toronto, there are actually two different LEGO Botanical events, and I'm going to bring you to both of them. So the first event is actually a two-day event, and it is today and tomorrow, and that is the LEGO Botanical Truck is coming to the Well here in the city for basically a pop-up building event and a shop, which seems pretty cool. And the second event is actually at Indigo's and Toys R Us, and this one's, I don't think just GTA specific, I think it is like nationwide, but it is a LEGO Botanical pop-up where you can actually go and build this cute little LEGO Botanical set. So first up today, I'm obviously going to go check out the LEGO Botanical Flower Truck, and tomorrow I'm going to be going to Indigo so I can do the Make and Take build, and I figured I'd bring you guys along for the journey.
There's my streetcar. Here we go. All right, so I'm just arriving to the Well now. This is the complex here in Toronto that's actually hosting the event.
I am sorry, you guys. It is so windy. I am afraid for how this audio is going to sound.
Fun fact, just the other day, the Jonas Brothers went viral because they went to that bar and were playing pool. Okay, here's the ad for it. Oh, it just went away, but it's in the Wellington Square, wherever that is. I haven't been here very often, so I'm not entirely sure. I think it must be down here. Ah, no, there it is. I think I found it.
All right, so I've just gotten in line here. You guys can see this is the back of the truck. I'm not too far from the front, but I'm not entirely sure how long I'm going to have to wait.
I don't think this door's supposed to be open, but we're getting a little behind the scenes look at the truck here. Oh, and it looks like they're going to have a professional florist here as well on certain hours of the day, so that's pretty cool.
So unfortunately, the line is moving a little bit slower than I was hoping to wait, but that's because they only have so many tables where you can do the build. However, if you don't want to do the build and you just want to check out the photo opportunities and the shop, you are able to just go right in. Update now, I've been waiting about 40 minutes in line, but you guys can see I'm pretty much near the front. So they have this sign here that says build a flower, grow our garden, which I'll talk about that a little bit later in the video, but you can also see on all the tables here, they have all of these LEGO flowers mixed in with real flowers, and the display is pretty beautiful. It's got the big LEGO Botanical logo right here, and it looks pretty cool. I really want their LEGO merch. By the way, you guys, at this point, I'm pretty much freezing. So when you walked into the event, you are handed this little canvas bag with the LEGO Botanical Garden logo on it, and inside you'll find all the pieces to build a flower. They've actually got this garden right here of all the different flowers, and I just thought this was an example, but turns out you're actually supposed to put the flower that you build in this garden when you're done with it. You'll then get to head to a table where they've actually got the laminated instructions for the build right here over top of a LEGO logo, so you'll see that you'll actually be building a flower stem from the set 40646, which is pretty fun. And then here you can see everybody is around working on building their LEGO set.
It's so cold.
As you guys just heard from that clip there, it was so cold to do this build outside. I was absolutely freezing. It was so cold, I was definitely not taking off my gloves, so I really struggled opening up the canvas bag here and actually dumping out the LEGO bricks. Not only was it so cold, it was actually incredibly windy, so as soon as I dumped out the pieces, the wind just started flying them all over the place. And here, of course, are all the pieces that you get inside the canvas bag. So I really did try and do the build, but building LEGO with your gloves on is really difficult, and I was so cold, and the wind was so much, I eventually just decided that I wanted to do this build at home because I just needed to get somewhere warm. So I actually decided just to put the pieces back in my bag, and the bag went in my pocket. None of the employees had actually told me I wasn't supposed to do this, so sorry, LEGO Canada, I did not know, but it was just so freezing, and I was eager to check out the rest of the experience. So after my failed attempt at building my LEGO flowers, I decided I wanted to check out the other photo opportunities that they had. They had two different ones as well as the shop. So over here at the very first botanical opportunity was really cool. This one had the big LEGO Botanical logo, and then you can see they had this like bamboo wall and a bunch of different pots and plants all over the place, and these were a mixture of both real plants and of course LEGO plants, which was really cool. So it was kind of fun to try and spot the difference between the two. You can see they did such a cool job really integrating them all together. It was really fun to try and guess which was which and just to see how creative they were able to be. Then of course I decided I wanted to check out the LEGO Botanical shop, which was really cool. So this one was actually run by Legoland Canada, not the LEGO group, but you can see that it's an actual truck right here selling LEGO. On the front of the truck they actually had a bunch more LEGO flowers mixed in with the real ones, and I've just never really seen this done before, so I thought it was really cool. Like, there were so many flowers here at this display, and when you're in the truck you can actually get a really good overview of course, the entire pop-up. One thing I didn't actually notice at first is not only were the flowers mixed in with the potted flowers, but they had also put some fake LEGO tree branches here as well in all of the trees, which was really neat. On the inside of the store here, they did have a bunch more potted flowers, and they had this really cool Love Blooms All mirror that you could take some selfies in. They had an entire wall of pretty much every LEGO Botanical, if not all the LEGO Botanical sets that have ever been made, which was really cool, including a bunch of them that you could buy today. So it was neat to see all of them on display. And then beside that, they actually had some realistic illustrations of each of the plants, as well as like little info cards telling you a little bit more about them. Of course, in terms of actual products in the store, they just had a variety of the LEGO Botanical sets. They had a few of the smaller ones here, like the roses and the sunflowers, a couple of the more medium-sized ones for sure, and they had all of these postcards here as well, which were completely available for you to take for free. They also had this really cool LEGO Botanical book right here, which is one that I think I've seen online but never actually seen in person, which had a lot of information and a lot of really cool photos on the inside. Over here near the cash is just a better look at all the different products that they had. They had a cool cash wrap designed for LEGO Botanicals, and here is the free gift with purchase, which is actually a little bit cheaper than you could get it at the LEGO store, which was pretty funny. Overall, definitely a fun little shop. Even if you're not planning to buy anything, it's pretty cool just to take a walk through and see everything they have on display. And then over here, they actually have the second photo opportunity, which is the Garden of Connection. And you can see this is a really cool photo wall right here. So they've got this really nice little bench with this background. Again, love blooms all. And they've got this really cool flower archway, again, filled with Lego flowers and real flowers as well. Overall, I just wanted to say I personally had a lot of fun attending this event. I don't think it's very often that LEGO does experiences like this here in Canada, so it was really cool just to come and check it out. I will, of course, say it was absolutely freezing.
Guys, that was so cold.
Which didn't make for the most enjoyable experience. Like, it is February in Canada, so this could have been maybe an event that was done inside at like an empty storefront or a mall or something like that. Would have made it a little bit more enjoyable. As well, I don't think I would have personally waited in line for over 40 minutes had I known that you didn't actually get to take the LEGO build with you. It was unfortunate that this event was quite a bit different than the ones that others have experienced in the US. After hearing from some of my friends how much fun they had at the US one in terms of getting to take the set home with them, as well as getting a exclusive tote bag and even just like the thought book and stuff like that, I was kind of more expecting it to be very similar. However, it wasn't really the same, so I think people who had watched videos of others going to the one in the US were a little bit disappointed with the one in Toronto, especially the fact that people were waiting in line for 40 minutes to an hour just to find out they don't even get a free little build or anything like that. So I personally, if I had to give LEGO a recommendation other than moving it inside and you're going to do an outdoor event in February, would have just been to allow people to take home the little build with them, because I think, as I said, people waited in line for 40 plus minutes and they didn't know they didn't get to take the little build with them for free. I took mine because I still had no idea, but others in line, I guess, were told when they were handed the bag that they weren't allowed to take it home. So yikes, that would have been a little disappointing if you would have waited in line for so long. But overall, I had a really fun time, even though I was absolutely frozen, and I'm excited to show you some of the things that I did pick up. So just got home right now, and I wanted to quickly show you guys what I was able to pick up. So for starters, here are the postcards. Of course, you guys saw them a little bit earlier, but I got one of each of them. I'll have to try and find a spot for these in my LEGO room, because I'd like to make like an art display or something like that with them. And then, of course, right here, I do have the LEGO Botanical Garden bag with all of the pieces on the inside. Of course, you guys saw I didn't actually build it at the event just because it was so windy and so cold. The pieces were flying absolutely everywhere. And I've since learned that I don't think I was actually supposed to take this home with me. I thought it was a gift, like you got to build and take it with you, but I don't think that was actually the case. So whoopsies, sorry about that. But really excited that I was able to grab these. And of course, as I mentioned, that is not the only LEGO Botanical event that's happening this weekend in Toronto, because tomorrow I'm going to be going to Indigo so I can participate in the LEGO Botanical Make and Take event.
What's up, you guys? Happy Saturday. Today I'm actually headed to Indigo right now because they are also having a LEGO Botanical Make and Take event. So I'm going to go check that out.
So I'm going to the Indigo at the Eaton Centre, but I believe this is across pretty much most Indigos or chapters all across Canada. So we've got some bad news, you guys. I found the Make and Take over here in the kids section, but they've informed me that it is literally just for kids. And as an adult, I am not allowed to do the build or even take it home with me, which is really disappointing.
I'm going to have a lot to say about this when I get home.
I am back home now from the Indigo event, and apologize for the suit. I was coming from an event after Indigo. But yeah, basically, they didn't let me do the build because I'm not a kid. And I'm going to complain about that, of course. So I'm not going to complain too much because I recognize that LEGO's a kid's toy and I'm an adult trying to go to a bookstore to do a make and take build. But what I'm going to complain about is just how it all ran. And Indigo, you need to take notes from this. So, for example, never anywhere was it advertised the age limit on the build. I totally respect that if they want to do a build and they want it for kids, have it 14 under, whatever they want to do, advertise that, on the flyer, advertise that on the store, in the social media post, in the terms and condition, on the website, whatever it is. If there's an age limit, say there's an age limit. Don't just say there's a Lego build, and then when you get to the store, have an age limit there. I didn't argue with the employee because I know she's just doing her job. She just said, you're not allowed to do it because it's for kids only. It was just a little embarrassing because I'd gone all the way to the Indigo just to do this build event and I wasn't able to do it. I also just want to say though, it was not a well-organized event. When I got there, I was told, A, it was only for kids, but for the kids to even do it, they had to do a worksheet, like a scavenger hunt, before they were actually able to get the Lego build, which is ridiculous. You advertise it as a make and take build. I'm bringing my, now okay, pretend I'm an adult bringing my kid there. I'm bringing my kid to do a make and take. They want to walk in, they want to build the Lego set, and they want to go home. They don't want to have to do a stupid worksheet running around the store just to get the free Lego build. Like, why are you making a kid work? They just want the Lego build. And it was really funny because while I was there, I saw a dozen or so kids there, and not a single one of them was doing the worksheet because all the parents were doing the worksheet because the kids didn't want to do the worksheet. They were not interested. They were all too young. They wanted the free Lego build. So now we've got the kids running around the store not doing the worksheet, and we've got all the parents doing the worksheet, which was absolutely hilarious because like the kids just were not interested in it. I would have gladly done the worksheet to get like the free Lego set, but that just wasn't an option because it wasn't for kids. So my message to Indigo is, if you're gonna have a Lego build and it's for kids, totally understandable. It's your store, you get to do what you want, but like, if you're going to do that, like, advertise that it's for kids. Advertise the age limit on it. Like, explicitly say, because it's embarrassing for AFOLs who want to go and do this build and then they don't get to. And also, don't make the kids work for the free Lego. Like, come on. They've already got to sit at the store and build it. Like, why are you making them do a worksheet for it? I don't know what you get from that. Like, as a kid, if I want to build a Lego set, I don't want to run around the store first and do a worksheet. Like, just let me build the damn Lego set. Like, I don't know. It's not like they're getting data or information, or maybe they are from the worksheet. It just seems like a huge extra step that was, like, totally unnecessary for these poor little kids who just wanted to get a free build and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a little disappointing that I went all the way there while I had other things to be doing. Like I could have, gone to the event a little bit earlier that I'm dressed up for, but it was just like, come on, Indigo, why did you have to do something like Toys R Us doesn't make you do a worksheet? And if it's like Lego used to do the builds and they used to say all the time it was for kids, like, I don't know, it's just like super weird that I went right at 1 o'clock to do this make and take build and was told I couldn't do it when they never advertised. And I'm not, again, it is what it is. Like, I'm not arguing, I just walked away. But like, come on, Indigo, if you guys are going to run these events, advertise that there is an age limit and don't make the kids do work. Like, the kids didn't want to do it, the parents were doing the work, which was so funny to me. Like, the kids could, at that point, too much work for the kid, especially because it's not even really a kid set. Like, it's a Lego Botanical set. Like, bizarre. Anyway, not a good event. I wish I would have had a much more fun experience to report here on video for you guys about this one, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. So at least I'm lucky that yesterday's event was pretty good. And sorry, I just wanted to come on here and rant a little bit because I just think that Indigo really poorly planned this one, and I hope they take the criticism and suggestions I put in this video and use them for next time, because I think they could definitely have a much more successful building event if they follow them. So yeah, unfortunately not a better update for this one, but it is what it is. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this vlog from the last 2 days of me going around Toronto and experiencing these LEGO Botanical events they had here in the city. Yesterday's at least was a ton of fun, so really glad I got to experience that. And fortunately, Indigo's, I'm sure the kids and the parents were having a blast. But yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Of course, if you did enjoy, don't forget to like, comment, and of course, subscribe. And I will see you guys here in the next one.